This is Arukh HaShulchan Yardeh Siman Lamites Sif Ches Tir Aleph. This is supplemental day 259 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Ches Never Real Kam Dika. The lung is lost before you check it. But Aina So B'Shoiging. By accident or unintentionally. Going to Kara Beten, such as you rip the stomach, but go be Bdikas Niman before you're able to check it inside. But Kelev or Akum, a dog came or a non Jew came and Notla took it and carted it away. We got lost in some other reason. The Rishonim argue about this. Those who permitted, forbidden those who permit. The reason of those who permitted who pasha is obvious. The Ruben Kshever say most of kosher. Yesterday we ate its milk. Good point, right? Well, it's alive. We drank its milk. Obviously, if it's female or if it's a male, symbolically, metaphorically. Why would we assume now it's treif? Need rabbanon. Okay, rabbis made it instituted takana to check it. Come, numbers came the Yivshal Kaim at takana since we can't fulfill the takana. Lama neslo. Why should forbid it? Mukaminon adina. We put it according to the letter of the law. But time will the reason for those who forbid it is the came and shall chomi tiknu abdika since chomi instituted abdika ain't lakel b'zeh. We should not be lenient with this. Okay, if not, kol chad says it touch the key. Everybody will make some sort of excuse, some sort of find some sort of ruse. To cause the lung to get lost. Yomar b'shogin evda. They'll say got lost inadvertently. When in the meantime, these bata tachanos also Chazal would mitigate it. But Rashi, but Rambam, Barosh, Barash, Bazal Minatirim, they all permit it. Rashi and Dafid Beis, Rambam Perik Rav Lechigimel, the Rosh Perik Av Simon Tazayin, Rashba Daf Tes, all permitted. But Das Satur, Noitel Isra, and Sham, the Torah seems inclined to forbid. Tes. The Rabbein Ramah, the Ramah and see basically determines the Mokum Hefsek Gadol. In case of substantial loss, the ages Mokum Mater can rely on those who permit it. The Bible Gdoim V'Tloim V'Chayos, except for young sheep or young goats or young sheep, and also chayas, I guess game animals like the deer. Shein tzilchus where the adhesions are not prevalent. But they're permitted even without a substantial loss. Young sheep and young goats are as long as people call them young. Some say the cell kozman sheyonkim as long as they are nursing. When they start eating, dinam kigdolos they're considered to be as adults. Because most adhesions, interestingly, come from food which is not appropriate for them. If you have sheep which grow up in houses, you know, who knew? It's very prevalent, I guess, that the lung adheres to the chest cavity, to the rib cage. Rakim, young calves, bio calves, I guess. Dinam kigdaim tloim. Their status is like young goats and young sheep. Begam mehem kosman shiyonkim, and then by them also it'd be as long as they are nursing. The Torah b'dias at the bachim. This has to do with the knowledge of the butchers. Im yadim shel kiyetzibayim loinim tzu sirchosim. They know that this age we won't find adhesions. Yesh lo'akel, you can be lenient. Pashu, it's obviously barku b'dikas pnim. If you check in the internal check, I feel like misirchos even only checked on it for adhesions. V'lo michevos affairs, not for other chevos. She'en lachmir ba. We don't have to be stringent. I feel in place where the custom is to take out the lung and blow it up. Those who have got lost inadvertently. We deliberately lost it. Your status is like somebody who negates a prohibition by nullifying it deliberately. It's forbidden for both the person who nullified the prohibition and the person for whom it was nullified. He can't make any money from this more than he would make as if the animal was a treifa, which is to sell to a non-Jew. Zelgam Bisa the Rabbanan. This is also true about Issa the Rabbanan, which is what we've seen in Tzayik, as we shall see. But the Mevatel Isser, in terms of the halacha being Matel Isser, so Issa the Rabbanan here too, even if the treifa is only a treifa the Rabbanan, I guess. I'm not sure you knew that without checking, but in any event. Especially where it's a takara the rabbanan to check. And this person comes up with it. It's more severe than other rabbinic prohibitions. We should find him on this account. Bracket says, that a person who is meticulous should be stringent even where there's substantial loss, and even where and even with young goats or young sheep. The Shachari rejects this perspective. There's no rationale for that. You would if a non-Jew or a Jew who's not an expert comes, and he takes along from the animal before they check the internal check, moves it from the animal and as long as in front of us, so it's whole without any flaw. Nevertheless, has to be inflated. Maybe there are adhesions. You snap them. Therefore, you also need to have a check in lukewarm water. You roast to see. Perhaps it's going to bubble in a certain place. Those who want to be stringent came in the honor since we're not considered to be experts in checking in a place where it requires checking according to the letter of the law. That's a task. This is too severe a stringency. It's only a concern. And the great Acharonim permitted this. There's a substantial loss, you should not be, or it doesn't say substantial. Whereas a loss, you shouldn't be severe, it's stringent. And he says, Simul Chadash, it's the same thing. We should look at the ribs. If we don't find adhesions, which get snapped when we took out, which have snapped when you took out the lung. If you didn't inflate the lung at all, you should only permit it in substantial loss of flame or by the young sheep or young goats. If you inflate it deliberately, we should ask her even after the fact. One of them might seem a shoichet shoga the behema koyam abdika chalav before checking. He shechted it before checking it. He went away. Waiting to get back to meat, it'll get spoiled. We can permit it and eat it without checking it. It's a kaisu placey. Just like the lung is lost. But it's a great leniency. Chazal and believe Chazal permitted even with on account of a loss of money, potential loss of money, to eat an animal which is in danger and that it might actually die, even without checking it on Yontzef. Shane shows where there's no time to check it. Basically, if only as long as you can eat a gazayas of meat from the place where you shechted it. So you see, even without checking, you're allowed to check on Yotif, Kisa, Rebesa, or Chaim Sin Tov Tzadkes. Shouldn't have ceremony. They permit this because it will allow some loss of money. Koko Neves like Gabno. In this case, should be shot nefesh wantonly, biyad Ramah, with an uplifted hand. Over a shochet Chazal. That the shochet violates the takon of Chazal. It's true that the owner of the animal, it's not his fault. I'm not sure if you should it can be admitted. Dino Kamazik. It's more likely, better to say that the shochet has the halacha of a person who committed a tort, who created a loss for the owner. So he has to pay the owner of the animal for the loss. It's true if he was compelled beyond the circumstances, then it's like the lung was lost. But if he went deliberately, it's very difficult to permit this. The shochet has to pay. It's a damage which is not recognizable with the naked eye. So therefore, it should not be chayiv b'deyotam. Lo garb kohanim should be lo mikdash. It's no worse than kohanim who rendered a carbon unfit in the base of mikdash. The chayav and the shayim have to pay. Shepiglu b'mezid. And when they did it deliberately, had an improper thought. Chutz zman or chutz mekaymo. They lived deliberately. Omitam knasi either on account of a fine. Omitam the hezek shenikar shmei hezek, or because we would pass in the hezek shenikar or hezek, even though it's not recognizable, is considered to be a damage. Like it's clarifying again, here to be the same thing. But that is only one possibility. In your base, which we'll see tomorrow, is going to speak about a reason to be lenient, even in this case, where the the shulchan was now went before the b'dika. But that's for tomorrow.